Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today with me, Petia Koliboa. I am the owner of pkmediasolutions, and Justin Brown, who is joining us from Australia.
Hey, how are you going? Thank you very much for having me on.
No, thank you so much for coming. When we met in March in social media examiner, I was so curious because you had a speech there about how to do really easy video on your phone. I'm like, how you can do easy videos on your phone? So after your presentation finished, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It was super easy, super fun. And so that's what I really wanted to share today with the audience, because you're a video expert, you're doing this over 20 years. And many of my coaching clients, they are just scared to go out. They are overthinking what we should do, what we shouldn't do. So that's why I brought you in today. So we can kind of just discuss what are your tips to be confident, to get the best out of your videos when you go on live streaming, because now you can go live anywhere. Instagram live, Facebook live, YouTube live. I think everything is live today. I think it's much more fun because you can prepare for it, but it's still more raw, which I really like. So I want to discuss with you your best ways, what are your tips, and if there are any tools that it will make it easier for others to do, live broadcasting. We are all about it to hear it.
Perfect. Sounds good. Looking forward to it. And thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you.
Cool. So where do you want to start then?
I would love to start with just how to start. You can go online and just press the live broadcasting or go live, but it's not that easy just to push the button. What would be your tips for the complete beginners? Many of my clients, for my social media marketing company are females, and they're very busy. They're usually mompreneurs, they have their family and things. And when I tell them you need to go live so people can really connect with you, your brand, your business, they're like, oh, one more thing to do. I don't have time for it. I don't know what to say. So what would be your tips for the complete beginners, who wants to just start?
Okay. Well, I guess we all have these barriers or these fears that come up, especially with something that's new, like creating video or going live is the next level beyond that. It's a lot of judgment. It's all perceived things that we make up. But on the other end is the technology. I don't have a good enough camera. I don't have the good enough internet, or all these sorts of things that we can use as excuses to not create videos or not go live. So what we do at Primal Video is help people remove these barriers by giving out, really just step-by-step processes so people can easily follow them, because really it's not that hard. And once you get out of your own way and look at, how easy it is, like we're using an awesome piece of software here at the moment to go live, and so removing all these barriers so that people can create. But I would say always my biggest tip is start. Just practice. Even if you broadcast live, and you can change the audience on Facebook so that you're the only one that sees it. So it's only going live to yourself. Just do that and practice, or invite some friends or family in and just practice and get used to talking on camera. I know it's probably the most obvious answer, practice makes perfect, but it really does, because every one that you do, you'll improve and you'll be more confident. And that's really the key. But starting. Don't delay it till next week, or don't delay it till the following week. Just start one today.
So would you just suggest to go on Facebook Live and just do it, and then maybe, because my client, when I told her just start, just do it, she was like, so should I post it? Should I delete it? It's like,
I guess, you can always delete it, right? If something goes wrong or you're not happy with it, you can remove it afterwards. It's nothing set there in concrete. As for whether it's Facebook or whether it's YouTube or one of the other platforms for live streaming, I guess it really depends on where you're looking to interact with your audience. And if your audience or your customers or your clients are on Facebook, then Facebook then is the obvious choice. Or if you want to leave something up more long-term, or if you've got a YouTube audience, then YouTube might be the answer, or Instagram. So there is no one set answer for everyone. It really depends on how you can best connect with your audience or your potential customers, if that's what you're looking to do, and interact with them there.
Awesome. So the most important stuff is just to start, just to go.
100%.
So, ask you, Justin, how do you prepare, like for your lives? Like, do you write a script or you just jump in it, or?
I would always suggest that you do some level of preparation, even if it's just you jumping on for a quick Q&A and some interaction. Have a clear start and end point for your live streams. Have a clear, like a call to action at the end. What do you want them to do after watching your video? If you've got some questions, if you're going to do a Q&A, just think of 3 questions that you get asked all the time so you can start with in case you go live and no one jumps on. So you can start talking instead of just waiting for people to join. I see that a heap, that people are like, oh, we'll get started in a minute. We'll just wait for people to join. But then you're neglecting the people that are coming to watch the replay, which is probably a lot more people that are coming to watch the live. So it's always about starting, have a clear start, clear plan. If you can jot down some dot points that you want to cover in your live stream, then that's even better. But you definitely don't need to script something out word for word.
Okay, awesome. That's really good, because I feel like that gives you also more confidence and flexibility than just like, oh, I have to do this. Remember, you miss the points, and then, then you feel lost. That's great. That's great. Yeah. And also, I heard about the call to action. So you do the call to action to tell the people, what do you want them to do? So you go live with a clear idea of what are you trying to kind of get out of it. I know we are trying to bring the value to people, but it's not like, hey, here I am, here is my tip, and bye. So it has, okay.
So it's kind of like a next step, right? What do you want them to do? And even if it is that you just want, it's purely for value, how can you add more value with a call to action? It's, if you liked this, then come and subscribe, or like our page so we can share more with you. So it doesn't have to be sort of a give and take. You can offer more, but still have a call to action as something that they can do that's actionable.
Awesome. So you put the call to action on the app, ask people to do something.
Yeah, you can also drop it throughout. Like if you're doing a live or a video and you're saying, and the content is good or it's going for a long time, then you can say, look, guys, if you're loving this, then make sure you like our page or head over to our email, list or website and subscribe there as well. So it doesn't need to be just at the end, because some people may not stick around to the end. So you can drop it throughout.
Love Justin as much as I do. Make sure that you share this video so we can spread the word about Primal Video, where he's helping others with really amazing tips. And for anybody who is busy like me and trying to learn about the video, just make sure that you subscribe to his YouTube channel, because that's where I learned all the tips and tricks, so that was my call to action.
And that was good. I was about to say, that was a good call to action in the middle. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. And also I wanted to ask you, I'm not sure if you use like any analytics. Thank you, Christina. We got to share.
Nice. Thank you.
So, when you're doing your Facebook or YouTube live, do you do any analytics so you can see what people like more, to see like if they like more like short videos or long videos? Because a couple of my coaching clients, because I told them, hey, I have a Justin there, ask him anything. So they were asking. That's a question. Yeah. Yeah, they were asking more about like, how long do you do your videos? Because I saw some of you are longer or shorter, but what would you suggest if people go live? Did you find like more interaction or more engagement if in one or another way?
So I guess there's a couple of different strategies there in regards to the analytics. Like YouTube for us, that's our lead generator for our business. So it's not just that we're giving away a heap of free content, is that we're creating products and courses and a membership site around an offering. So that's our lead generation source. We're helping people, we're giving them information to help them go live and create videos, but we can then take them the next step through a course. So that's why we use YouTube, and I really like the analytics. The analytics play a big part in what we do, and in anything business oriented, you want to see a return on your investment, right? So if you're going to be spending a certain amount of time creating videos, you want to know that people are watching them and that you are getting that return. In regards to, what was your last part about the content, how long it should be? I think it really depends on the type of video. Now, typically a live, can go for longer because you've got the interaction. But you've just got to always be mindful of the people that are going to be watching the replay as well. As I said earlier, you don't want to sort of, if they see that there's a video that you've uploaded or that you were live and it was for an hour, then there's a barrier there thinking, do I have an hour now? Maybe I'll listen to a start and not the end, which is why you put your call to action in the middle as well. So there's a lot of different things, but I guess it really depends. Like a live is totally different to a video that you'll upload to Facebook or YouTube. For us, timing wise, it comes down to how engaged you can keep your audience throughout the video. If what you're saying only needs to take 2 minutes, then the video should be 2 minutes. Okay. If what you're saying can take 10 or 15 minutes, then take the 10 or 15 minutes and take your viewer, your audience through step by step or everything that they need to do or need to know about the topic. So there isn't really a set time. If anything, you're better off creating longer videos because both YouTube and Facebook want to keep you on their platform. And that's how the whole thing works, is you want to get your watch time, your watch minutes up per video. So then there's different strategies again on how you can get people to stick around in your videos until the end by using, I'm going to tell you my top 5 tips and they'll hang around for number 5. So there's little things like that without sort of, I'm going to give something away at the end. Like you don't have to have it so blatantly, or a bit cheesy or a bit salesy for them to get to the end, but you can help them with a process to stick around. So they're getting the information and you're getting the watch time, which will help your videos rank and get viewers.
You see, like you keep talking and it's one tip, another tip. It's just like, it's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. That's great.
I kind of threw a few different bits in there, but I hope,
it's better. Like, it's like the way for you, some things are really natural because you're doing it every day. But for our viewers and also for the clients that I have that they were asking me, it's everything brand new. Because if they're experts, they will love to hear another expert talking to see what is your approach to it. But if we are looking at beginners, they're like, okay, what do I do? All this information, they don't know. They don't know about any watch time, that you should be there longer, but not sitting there. Please don't do like Justin said, oh, let's hang around, let's wait, Let me also ask you, Justin, because I find it sometimes a little bit hard to engage with the audience when I have a message that I'm trying to say. Let's say I have my top 3 tools that are helping me save time on my social media. And when I have people coming in and out and commenting, I really want to appreciate them, like Christina and Gabo, they share our video, and I'm so happy they came here to see us. But if I will start talking to them, I feel like I will lose it. So what would you suggest to that?
So that's where you kind of got to go in with a bit of a plan. I mean, you're in control of this live stream, so you can, of the live stream. So you can come in and you can go, right, we're going to start with, I'm going to run you through the content first. We're going to cover off 3 points, and then we're going to jump into some Q&A. So make sure you leave your questions in there as well. I will get to them. Hi, thanks for joining us. I can see and name a few people so that there is some interaction. Share this out. Thanks for sharing. We're going to jump into the content now. So you can repeat yourself because people will be jumping on at different times as well. And that way it's still not bad for the people that are watching back later because you're going to jump straight into the content, which is what they're there for. They may not come for the Q&A. I doubt they'd come for the Q&A. So that's why you can drop into that. Like you could do point 1 and then answer a couple of quick questions that are there. That are relative to point 1 that you're talking about, and then jump into point 2. So you can actually structure it like a presentation. And if you treat it that way, then it'll be engaging for the people watching live and the people afterwards. And it will make it easier for you because you can then take the time and go back and scroll through the comments to see what they are, because you've given yourself permission. You've told your viewers that that's what you're doing now. So then they're happy to wait while you scroll back through the comments. So it's just spelling it all out for them as you go.
So just have a plan and tell them right at the beginning what they have to expect. Yeah, that's usually how I do it. I say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is what I'm going to give you today. But now I know that I have to include my call to actions. And I also have to tell people to leave me a comment with any questions, because when we are talking, I really would like to go back to those questions and make sure that we don't miss anything there. So That's
Yeah.
great.
And if you do see someone pop up and that you want to say hello to, you could quickly say, oh, hey, thanks for joining us. Or, if you've just joined, then this is what we're doing today. So you can kind of do a shorter intro again as you go through for the people that are dropping in throughout.
Awesome. Perfect. So let me also ask you, because there is so many tools like online, that can make your live streaming better. What are the top tools that you just can't do live without?
So I guess there's a few different elements there. There's tools for going live and tools for getting traction on your live. So tools for going live, the easiest one is obviously like Facebook Live, the mobile app, which yesterday they released to everyone, the 2-person live. I'm pretty sure it's still only iPhone only, so you can actually bring a guest in like we're doing here. This obviously isn't on an iPhone, but so this is then another app instead of the Facebook app. This is BeLive.tv, and you can tell us about this. How was your experience of getting this up and running?
It's awesome. Yeah, it was very quick. Thank you for the tip. Again, I got it from you, everything on your video. Because I'm like, how do you do it? And you also tweeted about it, which is fantastic, that, you put there all the tools and everything. So I was studying. It's super easy to set it up. It took me maybe 2 minutes. So yeah very easy.
So that's the beauty of everything these days. Everything is so simple. Like to go live on your mobile, to go live using BeLive.tv, it's so easy. It's just a few steps. So there really is no excuse around the technology. And if you actually look at the Facebook Live section on your phone or in the Facebook app, or go to BeLive TV, you'll see how easy this is. So once you see it, then that's one part of the puzzle gone. You've still got to press the go live button.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just find the courage to do it. So you said that Facebook just released it, but it's just for the iPhones for right now.
It's just for iPhones for now, as far as I know. They did release it, I think, late last year for Android as well. But I'll need to double check. But as far as I know, it's still iPhone only at this point.
Okay.
Which,
So
as an Android user, not that happy, but we'll make it work.
I converted. I'm on iPhone. Everybody was forcing me to iPhone. So now I'm a Mac girl.
Yeah.
So that's great. So for those who has an iPhone, now they can do the broadcasting of 2 people just on their phone. And I know that you suggest to do the horizontal view, right?
Yes, yeah. Wherever possible, I think you should create your videos horizontal. I guess the only exception to that is Instagram stories or Snapchat, where you can create or should be creating vertical videos. For everything else, go horizontal or landscape. Because I guess if you want to repurpose your videos on YouTube, or you want to play them back on a TV, or someone's going to be watching on a TV, all our TVs and screens are widescreen. They're not portrait. So it's still good practice to create everything horizontal, in my opinion.
Perfect. Yeah, because I was wondering about it too, like I know I should go horizontal, but if I want to send it somewhere else later on, so okay, great. Horizontal. Awesome. And for those who don't have an iPhone, they can just download the BeLive.tv because it's, free to use, and you can be broadcasting there with another person.
And I think BeLive TV, if they haven't released it yet, it's out very, very soon. You can add a 3rd person in as well, so you can actually have multiple people. I'm pretty sure it's out now, and with plans to go to 4 people in as well. So you can really have a bit of an online Facebook Live party with a few people on and interacting, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. Some cool stuff coming.
That sounds fun. It's always changing, always evolving. That's great. So we have the BeLive and we have the Facebook for 2 people. What other tools would you, say to?
So another option is if you're a Mac user. I hate giving options that are for one, limiting people. But if you're a Mac user, there's a really great tool called ECAM Live, and that's only, I think it's $30 or $29. It's insane.
I download it after your review.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I heard about it. I honestly can't remember where I saw it about the ECAM. I go to ECAM to see what they are, if they're legit. And then I see Justin Brown doing the review. I'm like, okay, they're legit. I'm buying it.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. YouTube works for ranking videos. So that's pretty cool. Now, ECAM Live is an awesome software. I was pretty blown away. Normally, you'd think, like, I use Wirecast, which is like a $400 or $500 program.
Yes.
And you can do most of what you can do in Wirecast in regards to just a quick Facebook interview using ECAM Live. So that's pretty awesome. Some other tools then. So that's going live, but getting people onto your live, there's two tools that I recommend. The first one is Send Calendar. So what Send Calendar lets you do is, so when you go live in general, you got to notify people and tell them that you're going live, and you use your social media and all of these sorts of things to remind people and set reminders. But Send Calendar lets you create a shared calendar if you're going to be going live every week or every fortnight, and you can control the calendar and your live events will appear in their calendars. So it's like, it makes it like another level of business, really. Like, people only put their business appointments in their calendars. So if you're getting your live streams into their calendars, so this is for your true fans or your true subscribers, they're going to get reminders on their phone. They're going to get reminders on their desktop calendar. So that's a really cool way to take that up a notch and to let people know sort of before you're live when you're going live.
That's
awesome. A cool thing.
And I will also include all the notes later on, when we finish about all the tools that we are talking. So, and I will include the links because I know you did, I was watching the calendar video too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I will include it in the notes. And so what would be the second one?
LiveLeap is another one that we've been using a lot, and that is really powerful. So when you go live on Facebook, it syndicates it out. So you probably see a lot that people will go live and they just say, just wait a minute while I share this out to my Twitter or while I share it to my Facebook group. What LiveLeap does is it automatically pushes that out for you when you're live, and you can set up like different parameters around. So if I go live on my profile, don't share it out. But if I go live on my page or whatever, like you get to control and choose where it goes for different scenarios. So it's really, really powerful, and it just removes that whole just wait while I share it out, which is not needed and pretty unprofessional.
It's fantastic, and you know that I already did my homework and downloaded, and we are using it today too.
Okay, cool. You're onto it. Wow.
It's
the star student.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's, for me, I just feel like whatever we can do to make our life easier, and so, like I said, with your tips, it's straightforward. You test it for me. You spend your time on it, and then you tell me this works. And that's exactly what I love to do for my coaching clients. Like I said, my clients are entrepreneurs, small businesses, or solopreneurs, and they are so busy, they don't want to be finding out what tools to use, when they should be posting, what they should be doing. I do all the homework for them, and I learn from experts like you. And then it's just, it's amazing, the cycle of everybody learning. And that's what I find super exciting, keep learning and helping each other. And, it was so sweet of you when I met you and your brother, Mike, when we were in the March in social media marketing seminar. We were talking, you saw me just for like 2 minutes, and you are like, oh, just let me know if I can help you anyhow. And it's just so beautiful if you can just surround yourself with people who really want to succeed. So thank you for doing all our homework so we can save time, just grow our businesses. Oh, Gabo, Gabo, it's another person who I met on Social Media Examiner. We became partners. We created a podcast. Gabo Garcia and Mario Aldin, who is missing this out. I don't know why. What's his excuse? So we created, like a podcast. We go live every Friday, and that's what we do. We also share our wins and losses with entrepreneurs, because when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes it's really hard to talk with others. Like, you come home and maybe your family or your wife or husband, they don't want to hear just about the work. So you want to be surrounded with people who get you, So yes, Mario is best. And Gabo was the one who was, kind of forcing me out of my comfort zone. And what is it now? 7, almost 8 tomorrow. It's 8th week after Social Media Examiner. And yeah, so it's just amazing to keep, just in touch with others. That's amazing.
Yeah. I'd never been to social media marketing world before, and I was just blown away. The amount of people, and just like networking at conferences in general is pretty good, but that was just insane. So highly recommend it to anyone thinking about going.
Yeah, no, I was so excited, you know, to meeting everybody there in person, and it was my first time too, you know, so it was just, my first thought was go there and learn everything I could. But then I learned that it's all about the networking, because all the lessons and everything, you can sip your coffee at home, you know, and just watch it later, because it was so busy. It was so much. So then I see what really matters are the relationships. You know, it's what you create there. Like without social media marketing examiner work, you know, I mean, I wouldn't meet you. I wouldn't meet, you know, Amanda and Jeff Willis and Lisa Jenkins and my two guys that I'm now doing the podcast. So it's just fantastic. So anyone who wants to learn what is the best, newest in social media, you know, I would suggest them to go. And
there's another call to action there.
I told you I'm learning quick.
You're doing well.
Thank you. It's really just like I don't like waste time, you know. So whatever I tried that worked for me, I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to, like, you know, enjoy the opportunities and just, you know, make it easier for them. Yeah. So definitely. Let me also ask you one last question for the, you know, the going live and things. Are there any top tools that you would suggest
for going live?
Yeah, when you're going live, because I know you can just go like on your phone and go live, and you can now go on your computer, like we discussed, you know, the ECAM on the Mac. We can go be live on for those people who have Android. But are there any equipment that will make live higher quality? It's my check. I'm sorry, it's my accent.
No, that's all right. No, equipment, definitely. I think audio is probably more important than the video itself. If you've got good audio, and even if the picture's dropping in and out and people can still hear you, then that's really important. But probably, I'm just actually going to change that. The most important thing going live is your internet speed. So there's an app that you can get, or a website that you can go to, and it's called Speed Test. So it's speedtest.net is the website. You should always run a speed test before you go live. So that way, if you know internet isn't good enough, you can either cancel the live stream, find better internet, go somewhere else, or at least tell your viewers that you're in an area with bad internet. So at least you've set that expectation that if it drops out after a few minutes, he did say he was somewhere with bad internet. So at least you can sort of create that expectation that maybe there could be an issue. But that is something that I come from an IT background before I got into film and TV stuff. And yeah, all of those sorts of processes around that. You need to know. I need to know that the internet is good and rock solid before I go live. So it's another thing that you can then not worry about when you're live. You're like, okay, cool. I know that I've got a decent upload speed, because that's what you're looking for live streaming.
What has to be upload speed? So we have the numbers. What it should be if you're
the numbers, right? Okay, I would recommend at least 2.5 megabits per second
for the upload.
For the upload, yeah. So the download should be about that anyway, but it's not as important. It's the upload speed. Now, if you've got less than that, you can still do it. If you've got sort of less than 1 megabit per second, I'd say you're going to get a really low quality live stream. But for me, I wouldn't be comfortable going live unless I had 2.5 megabits per second upload.
Awesome. So it's the speed.net, which I tested today. Yeah. Before I went live, just to make sure. I was choosing between two locations. One had a nice background, but I'm like, I don't need a background if I don't have the speed. So I tested. Right. Yeah, I went here, I tested it. I'm like, it's great. It's even better than at my home, so I'm staying here. So fantastic. Speed.net to make sure that before we go live, we actually can go live. Forget everything else. If we are choppy or blurry or slow, we're dropping out. Okay, Speed.net. What else?
Yeah, then I would recommend audio, as we said, or a microphone. So if you don't have anything and you're using your phone, then you can still go live. Just sit closer to your phone and remove any wind noise. Like wind is the worst thing that can affect a microphone. So go somewhere without any wind if possible, or sit close to it. Or you can get the clip-on lapel microphones or lavalier microphones, and you can pick those up for around $20 these days. Or you can get the little shotgun microphones as well. So there's a heap of options out there when it comes to microphones, but definitely if you can get one, or even use a headset, like we're both using headsets now, it's working fine. The other thing you could look at is some lighting. So I can see that you are lit well. So you're must be sitting in front of a window or near a window. Good job.
I have a huge French door here, and right now in Las Vegas it's 100 degrees, so it's like 40 Celsius, so I'm melting here. But you see, guys, I love you so much that I'm melting here in Las Vegas in front of huge window just so you can see me. So
that's what you're going to do.
How's the weather in Australia right now?
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I think it's about 23 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what the conversion is, but yeah, it's going to be a nice day.
That's around the Hades. I was guesstimating too because I'm originally from Europe. So I'm like, I don't understand inches and Fahrenheit. So
yeah, I'm the same. Yeah. So lighting is the next step.
We will stand in the window, right? Or open door.
If you don't have any additional lights, I mean, lighting yourself on camera is the most important thing. The background is secondary. So if you don't have any lights, then if you can move yourself to use natural light through a window or a door, that would be the first step. Or use what you've got. If you've got a desk light or any other lights that you can just pull in and just to brighten up your face. Like I've just got a little light here that I'm using. If I turn it on and off, you'll probably see the difference. Only a little bit, so it's just to even up.
Sprinkles, I like it.
Yeah, it takes them out. Yeah.
Take out the wrinkles. So you're using just a small light, and you just keep it close to you, like directly.
Yep.
Okay.
It's probably about 30 centimeters away. So it's just, you don't need it, and we could definitely go live without it. But if you've got something that you can use, then it just takes the quality up a little bit. So yeah, it's all that 80-20. Starting is the hardest part, or is the most important part as well. But if you've got additional gear, then definitely use it.
That's perfect. So let me just go really quick over it. So the most important thing about going live is just start trying, testing, go out there. But then if we want to like really bring out the quality, we can use our the mics. I will include them in the notes so people know, because I know there are two that you recommend. We can also just use our headsets, that we are using right now. And if you want to do it outside, make sure you have no wind, because I saw a couple Facebook Lives with the wind, and it's terrible. I don't care how beautiful it's the lighting and the nature. I cannot hear you. So make sure that wherever you are, you have that quiet time just for yourself. Try to be against the open door, use natural lighting. If you cannot do that, just use any light close to you, directly on you. It takes out the wrinkle, like Justin can just show you.
I didn't even mention wrinkles. You did. Look, now I'm, just.
No, you don't have any right now. You look like you're talented. Natural light, it's fantastic. If you cannot do it, just use any light that you have home directly on you. And then make sure that you prepare for your Facebook Live. Like Justin said, it doesn't have to be nothing structured, but at least what I usually do, I just write down the key points, what I will be talking about. So when you're starting your Facebook Live, you just tell people who you are, what they can expect. Like even if you have a slow internet and you cannot test it on speed.net, that I will include in the notes too later on, just make sure that you tell your audience what they can expect. Like when we started, I say, Justin is, video expert over 20 years. I met him, you're an expert, you're a specialist.
Thank
so
you.
I introduced him. I said how I came to him, you know, how I met him and what we are going to be talking about, because it's really important for people to know what they can expect. We are all busy and we want to respect the people. So if we tell them at the beginning, we are going to give you the best tools, the best strategies, how to go live in your live streaming, and then it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, they know what to expect. So if they're like, oh, I don't care about this, they can leave. And
that's right. Yep.
Remember the call to action. Yes.
Perfect. You got it.
I'm trying to be a good student.
You've done very well. I can't believe this is your first one. This is so another tip then that you did really, really well that I think we need to share is as a guest on a live, you're going to have a guest on, it would be advised to send them a list of questions or send them the topics that you're going to cover. So they're not just rocking up. And that's something that you did really well. So from early on, like, I think we could cover this, this, and this, and these are the things that are going to work with my audience. So that's something that most people don't do. And they'll really wing it. And they're like, yeah, we're going to get Justin on and we're going to talk video or whatever, but there's no real clear direction. So at least then for me, I'm sort of in that headspace of live video or whoever, you know. So it's another thing that you did really well that I guess no one knows because it comes in the planning stage. So that's another really important part of your planning. If you're going to have someone on, then communicate with them and go back and forth and bounce ideas around, that sort of stuff. And it can be done just before the call. Or you could
like we did, too. Like you have a few minutes before with your guests, and you can just tell them, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I invited you, and this is how you can bring the value. You know, to be honest, I started to feel a little bit bad because I was trying to learn everything before, like on your YouTube videos, and then I'm like, Justin, what am I supposed to do? Justin, what app am I using? So I'm like, he will just delete and cancel it. There's so many questions.
Yeah, I marked you as spam a few times, I think. No, not really.
That's what I thought. Like, why he's not answering?
No, you did a great job.
Thank you. You're very patient, and I really appreciate you to be like my, first testing bunny.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm honored.
Thank you so much. That was fantastic, Justin. Thank you so much for sharing your time and wisdom with us. And for anyone who wants to learn more about the videos, about live broadcasting, what works, what doesn't, the equipment, tools, everything you can just think of, just go on primalvideo.com. You can also find him on YouTube. That's how I did it, Justin Brown Primal Video. And he has amazing, amazing clips. So whoever wants to know more about him, go see Justin on YouTube. And for me, please leave me any comments or email me at pkmediasolutions@gmail.com so I can help you grow your business using social media too. And I see you are having a party, Justin. I just started.
Yes. I'm in a co-working space. Yep. This is where the party is. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Justin, for everything. And
thank you very much for having me on. That was awesome.
I will see you next year, if no sooner. Are you going to Social Media Examiner again?
Yes, definitely we'll be back.
Awesome. So I'll be there too, and if not, I'll talk to you sooner.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Bye, Justin.
Bye.